In this video, we're sorting out the cooling system issue on this 2007 Honda Civic 1.8. When I bought this car at We Buy Cars and drove it back home for 2 hours, I noticed that the coolant temperature gauge drops all the way to 0 when I coast or go down a long downhill. So I am suspecting that either this thermostat has been removed or it's stuck in the open position. So we are going to drain the coolant, replace the thermostat and refill it. Then we'll plug in the scan tool and see whether the temperature now quickly goes up to operating temperature and then stays there regardless of how you drive. Plugged all the way out, but nothing is coming out. Okay, so it was because the radiator cap was still on because of the vacuum or suction, so now it's draining. We'll leave that until it's empty and then replace the thermostat, put the drain plug back in, help me remember, and then fill it with new coolant, 50-50 mix, and then top it up with clean RO water and then bleed all the air out and monitor that temperature while idling. Oh, it's so nice if there is a radiator drain plug, because some in older cars I always had to remove the radiator hose at the bottom. At least this looks clean and it looks like it was antifreeze, so that's very good news. I think let's put the drain plug back now before I forget. Oh, easy. Okay, so apart from the stuff that's in the way, there shouldn't be a terribly difficult job, but look how I make it look difficult, because I just have a gift for that. Like, how do we get this plug out? Like so. Here's another one down there. So let's get this bracket off first. Okay, it's this bracket. Now look how I drop that bolt in there and never find it again. Going around this pipe, which is not ideal. There we go. Remember, it's there. Come on. So now this is off the thermostat housing. Okay, I didn't remove it, I just jammed this on there. So now I should be able to get to the thermostat. There's one bolt there and there's one there. That's the housing. I hope there's not a third one underneath. We'll see when those are out. Where is my 10 mil? Come on. Nope. See, let me know in the comments if you can see it. Ah, come on, Franny. Come on, 10 mil socket on a ratchet. Where is it? Come on. Ah, thanks. Ah, got it loose. First one. Okay, I think it's loose. So we'll thread those out and see what it looks like. Ah. Okay, over there. Help me remember. Okay, I'm going to use both hands for this because I'm going to drop it. Gotcha. Both same length. I should have just removed this top radiator hose. I think that will just make it so much easier. Now, a moment of truth. Is there another bolt underneath? Please let there not be one. Doesn't feel like it. No, there isn't. So I was wrong. There is a thermostat in there. I thought there might not be one. But the question is it stuck open? It's definitely stuck on there. There we go. Now we just hope the replacement is the correct one. It looks super clean inside. That's good news. I can't see if it's stuck open. We'll have to test it in boiling water to see if it changes. If it doesn't, then it's stuck open. But just look at the difference between this aftermarket one. The quality, I mean. It looks like it will fit. But look how much thinner those springs are. It looks like the important dimensions are the same, but just look at the build quality. This, I think, is the original Honda one. I don't know who makes them. And this is the Neptune aftermarket one. It's just so much thinner, those springs and everything. Anyways, it should work. So let's go test this one and then fit this one if this is stuck open. Let's see if I dump this into the boiling water, does anything move? Nope. It should open, so it looks like it's already open. Let's check the new one. Okay. Nothing changes. What does it mean? Maybe it's not 90. Oh, well, it can't be 90 if I touch it like that. Anyways, I'm going to fit the new one. This one says 78. This one says 82. Now it should open because this, I just boiled it now. Let's see again. I was so sure I'm going to see a big difference, but anyways, I'm going to fit the aftermarket new one because it has to be a thermostat issue. I can't think what else it could be, except if it's the sensor. So we're going to put this one in and then plug in the scan tool and see if it makes a difference. So this needs to go at the top, that little pin, and these rubber pins goes into recesses there. So let's get it in there, close it up and start it up with the scan tool plugged in. Okay, not over talking them because it's easy to strip those into the aluminium. Now the bracket back, and then we'll fill it up and start it and see what's what. This was actually not the most difficult job in the world. Let's just hope it actually made a difference. I think after that starter job, this is like so easily accessible. O2 sensor plugged in. That was plugged in. Now let's fill it up, bleed the air out while it's idling, and then monitor it and take it for a spin. This coolant actually looks pretty new to me. So I actually feel like I'm going to reuse this and save this for something else. So I'm going to siphon this through a piece of cloth and then put it back in. Now watch how I make a mess of this. Some of it's going in. Oh, good as new. Can't throw that away. Ah, come on. Clean. Okay, so all of this is in there. Everything that I drained out, apart from whatever is on there. So the rest I think I might have to fill up with reverse osmosis water because I'm not 100% sure what is in here. I'll open it up. If it's the same green bluish color, I might throw it in there. Otherwise, it's going to be clean water. Okay, I checked. It's pink. It's not going in there. So we'll top it up with reverse osmosis water. Okay, it's full with this. Okay, it's plugged in. So while that fires up, I want to thank my first 2 paid members on Patreon, Veta and Armand. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if any of you are interested in benefits like early access, direct messaging, behind the scenes clips that doesn't make it to the videos, and a whole lot more, go check out Patreon. I really appreciate the support. Otherwise, just subscribing to this channel goes a very long way and it's free. Thank you so much. So let's see what the scan tool says. I've chosen coolant temperature. It's currently at 16 degrees, which sounds about right. And engine RPM. Let's start the car and then monitor this as we bleed out the air. RPM is reading, and now we watch the coolant. Let's just also check. Obviously air will come out. That's normal. Okay. It's climbing, 32, that's good. Let's just put the heater on as well. RPM is coming down as the engine is heating up. Good. We want to feel hot air come through the vents at some point. I think most of the water that was spilled on the floor is back in, so I don't think there's massive air pockets unless there was an air pocket before. I don't know. I think there's something stuck in that heater blower. That blower is quite noisy. We'll have to sort that out. We're waiting for about 78, 80, and then it needs to open the thermostat. This pipe is heating up. The bottom one is still ice cold, obviously, because that's the one that goes into the thermostat, and that's the one we want to get hot at around 80 degrees. Okay, the coolant gauge started to move now, and the scan tool is now on 58 degrees and counting, so 20 more, then the thermostat should be opening. Now the coolant temperature has been stuck at 58 degrees Celsius now for a while. The line is pretty flat. It went up quite quickly to there and then it stayed flat. So now I'm starting to doubt that it's a thermostat, and I'm wondering whether it's not the coolant temperature sensor. I hope not, because then we did this for nothing. But we can reverse it again and put the OEM thermostat back. But let's keep it idling and see. Interesting. There's a hole in the exhaust at the back for condensation to drip out. Now luckily, if I smell it, it's not coolant, it's not sweet, it's not green, it's just water, so it must be condensation. Whew. Okay, crisis averted. I switched off the heater and very suddenly it started heating up above 60 degrees Celsius. It's now at 71 and climbing, which is good. I think the heater was just dissipating so much heat. This hose is getting hot now. The bottom one is cold, so that means the thermostat is closed at the moment, so it is doing its job. What we're now looking for is that when it reaches around 80 degrees Celsius on the scan tool, the bottom hose must start getting hot because the thermostat opened up. and the temperature must hover between like 80 and 90 degrees Celsius. That is the plan anyways, and then we can take it for a short drive and see how the temperature fluctuates. Okay, it's now at 80. So the thermostat should open now. Okay, the gauge is where it should be. It's at 80 degrees Celsius on the scan tool. Upper hose is hot. Lower hose is not ice cold anymore. So the thermostat should be opening. We just want that fan to come on once at least. Then we know everything is working as it should. 81. Okay, it went to 83 and now it's 82 again. So that makes me think the thermostat actually opened up now. I'm going to take it for a short drive around the block and we'll just monitor it. Oh, it's hot in here. Obviously because I had the heater on. Okay, the scan tool now says 81 and it was up to 83. So that means the thermostat did open up, or it's starting to open up, which is awesome news. So we're going to take it for a short drive and just have a look on the scan tool to see what the temperature does as we drive around. Maybe the fan will come on. So now we're hoping the temperature just stabilizes there around 80, 82, thereabouts. I think this car needs wheel alignment. Feels like the toe is slightly out or in. Traffic jam. Come on. Lazy boy. Okay, so it's now down to 81 degrees Celsius. So that means the thermostat definitely opened up because it's stabilizing around the 80 mark, which is exactly what we expect to see. So I'm going to take it for like a 5k drive and then we'll go park it at home. And then tomorrow, when it's ice cold again, I'll remove the radiator cap and just fill up the last bit, and then we can check the expansion tank as well. Ah, yes. One thing I noticed now is that the scan tool says 12.3 volts, so it's not charging. It did say 14 earlier. Now I don't know if that is the alternator actually not charging, because it might be one of those smart alternators, or the scan tool is just not working right, because the voltage is always a bit weird on these tools. Anyways, I love this topped on. They did send this to me for free back. Ah, there it goes to 14 now. I did get it for free at some point, so I don't even have a referral link or anything, but I actually like this one. I'll make a video on comparing all the scan tools that I got for free at some point. I do have a few videos already. You can go check out somewhere on the channel. Okay, so far so good. The coolant temperature actually went down to 80 degrees Celsius, then it started climbing again to 82, and then it drops again to 80. So it's doing exactly as expected, and I think the next test now is whether, if I coast down a hill in the cold, if it drops below 80, because it shouldn't really, because the thermostat should then close again. And I think that is actually exactly what's happening now, because now it's climbing again. So it looks to be a stuck open thermostat, or that was the issue. So fingers crossed it's all fixed now, and we'll see what that makes to the fuel consumption. It should be better because the car should heat up sooner and stay at operating temperature. Okay, so when I got home, I let the car idle to see if the fan comes on. It went up to 100 degrees and the fan still didn't come on. So I switched on the aircon and then both fan switches on, and it quickly drops to 82 degrees within a minute. So the hardware, everything works fine. The cooling system works fine. I'm just not 100% sure whether the ECU will turn on the main fan without the aircon on. I'll do that at some other point. But for now, we've confirmed that the cooling system at least works. The thermostat works. So that's a win. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Maybe for that headliner. Maybe something else. Cheers.